Hello everyone, and of course, welcome back to F-Zero X Climax. This is the final cup of the game, so I have to make a choice. Make it carefully. Because of course this is the character we're gonna end the LP with this character. That was by accident, by the way. I accidentally hit that. This is the character we're going with. The Skull. Now, why are we going with the Skull? For a very simple reason. He's one of the characters I really like in F-Zero X, and I forgot to show him. So, of course, I gotta go with the Skull. And of course, a lot of these tracks are remixed. Something disappointing about Climax itself is that only some of the tracks are remixed. But because of the nature of F-Zero X and just how great whatever his name is, because of how great he was, he decided to remix all of the tracks, at least somewhat, even though the tracks are still loyal to the mini-map of the original courses, which often is not changed, which is sometimes not changed from the original course at all. The course it was based off of in the SNES game anyway. In X Climax, he does do some cool 3D trickery to make the course realistic. And it's fun, interesting, more so than Climax's Platinum Cup, unfortunately. I was really hoping that they could have done some. I was really hoping they would have had all track remixes in Climax's Platinum Cup. But they don't. Alright, so backstory of the Skull. I know I haven't done backstories for a lot of characters. A lot of the characters I don't know it for, or don't know very well, but I do know the Skulls pretty well. Basically, 200 years before the F-Zero Grand Prix, he was a racer in a very similar Grand Prix known as the F-Max Grand Prix. The races were very bloody, yet somehow he managed to not die for quite a while. Of course, he realized there's no way this is gonna last, so he started learning black magic so that he could stay alive after death. He did die in the final race of the Grand Prix. And in the final race of the F-Max Grand Prix. However, 200 years later, he came back. Now only as a skeleton. And, well, seeing the F-Zero races, he instantly got super invested because racing was his whole deal. And because, you know, he's 200 years away from his own time. Pretty much everything else is different. But racing is pretty the same. I believe he did die and didn't maintain his life completely, but then 200 years later he was brought back somehow. I'm not sure how. That's rather implied knowledge. It's not directly stated whether he was actually alive for those 200 years or whatever. But it does technically make him 200 years old. Well, 231 anyway. Which is also the oldest known age for any driver in F-Zero. There are drivers with unknown ages, such as Black Shadow, so it is possible he is not the oldest driver. However, out of the drivers with ages that we know, the Skull is the oldest. He also still has that black magic power. His engine is powered on the life of human, it's like powered on the life force of things, and supposedly he uses black magic to drain it from the crowd, but that is, again, supposedly. Even in lore, it is addressed as he supposedly does this, but we don't know. However, one thing we do know is that his vehicle, the Sonic Phantom, has no steering wheel because this fucker is so metal, he just steers it using black magic. That's one way to save weight. So basically, like a lot of the other machines, you could probably drive them no matter who you are, but yeah, the Skull is the only one in F-Zero lore that we know of that can actually drive the Sonic Phantom. There is potential that some other characters might be able to do it. Like Black Shadow with his evil dark powers or whatever. But I don't know, we've never actually seen these supposed dark powers he's had, so yeah, I don't know if he could drive the Sonic Phantom. And hell, even if he could, there is certainly no way that giant fucking 6'10" angry man with fucking 12-pack could fit inside. I don't actually know if he has a 12-pack. I would have to look at the artwork again, but he is ripped as shit.
Too bad. You lost to the team.
You might take that as a joke, but no, actually, he is seriously ripped as shit. And this course is actually pretty hard, so I'm gonna focus. Couldn't tell by the fact I've died twice. This is one of my favorite remixes in all of F-Zero X Climax, because it takes what would normally just be a boring, like, fucking Night League course from the original F-Zero and makes it really challenging and difficult. Like, it puts mines, there's barely any walls. It's actually really hard and fun to race on. Which I very much appreciate. That such a boring, lackluster course can be made into something that's so fun and interesting to play on. Oh no, Octoman is dead. Who's that? Hey! Watch it, Dr. Clash! Yes, the driver of that machine that hit us and made us go like 1,000,000 miles an hour. His name is Dr. Clash. Listen, I may be in last place, but at least I'm gonna live. If I die now, that makes it even funnier. Also, I have figured out what the brakes are, ladies and gentlemen. It is not, in fact, up C. It is actually down C. I apologize for that mistake. Also, I just killed Biorex. already, buddy. You are kidding me.
Too bad. You lost to the team.
I said I wasn't gonna die and I did. That makes it funny. Look at them all. They're destroying each other. Yeah, they're very scared this time. No! Oh, that was basically the best save I've ever done. Hey, look, it's Dr. fucking Flash again. Really difficult. Well, after we bypass this course, we don't have to go through it again. You know, the rules of the Grand Prix. But my point is it should be finished rather quickly. We did it! It only took us a couple dozen attempts, but we did it! Anyway, we can move on now. Behold, Red Canyon 3. A remix of Red Canyon 2 from the SNES game. Whoa. Bit of a jump. Of course, like, SNES style courses will work just fine in Climax and GP Legend because they're like a hybrid of the F-Zero X and F-Zero SNES style. But direct ports to F-Zero X just wouldn't really work all that great, so I am happy that there were alterations done. Even if not many in the case of this course, but I mean, hey, this course was basically fine to begin with. Yeah, that jump is not as useful here as it was on the SNES version or in Climax, but, well. I don't even need it that well here because the mines are small and easy to avoid. Unless you're the computer, apparently. Also, might as well address this. F-Zero GP Legend, as you no doubt saw if you've been watching my F-Zero LPs in order, which if you haven't, why haven't you? You've no doubt seen in that game, all the tracks are 5 laps long. However, in F-Zero Climax, all of the tracks are only 3 laps long, so F-Zero X's 3-lap limit is even accurate to that. And there we go, finish the race. And Silence 2. I'll forgive it in this game. And the reason I'll forgive it in this game is because, well, you know, there was only one Silence course in the game before this. Silence Nightmare. However, in F-Zero Climax, this course is called Silence 2. My problem with this is that there already is a Silence 2 in the SNES era games, so it should be Silence 3 instead.
Too bad.
Fuck.
You lost to the Chiefs.
Fuck that pretty bad. Fuck that up pretty bad. Let's see. Yeah, if you destroy 5 machines in a race, you will get extra life. If you were curious if you could get them in this game, you can. Destroy 5 extra machines in a single race and you'll be awarded an extra life on the spot. Helpful, unless you suck at killing things like me. Now, unfortunately, with the way I have my inputs set up, I can't possibly do the spin attack, but I'm not even too upset about that because I can name the amount of times I found the spin attack useful in F-Zero X on one hand, assuming that one hand had no fingers or thumb. That was a pretty roundabout way of saying I find something to be useless. Anyway, yeah, not bad. This course isn't that bad.
Watch your back.
Ooh. You just got destroyed. You're going way too fast. Alright. We have James Mc... Oh, that's annoying.
Too bad.
Apparently, this is hard for me. Come on, I was hoping to get 5 kills if I could, but I probably can't. I think that machine I damaged before just fucking died right there. But yeah, only one more shot. Can't mess anything else up. Now, I forget which course is next. Because the Platinum Cup in Climax is also, like the one in GP Legend, longer than 6 courses, so I'm not quite sure which course is coming up. I forgot what I was talking about before I fucked it up and died. Releasing the booster there. Whoa! Slow down there, Samurai Goro, I think that was. Yup, that was him. Slow the fuck down, man. Oh, that's what I was talking about. That driver behind us, right next to us, actually. His name is James McLeod. He has nothing to do with the same character with the character. I cannot talk. He has nothing to do with the character of the same name in the Star Fox franchise. Literally nothing. They are completely separate characters that, ever so coincidentally, have a very similar backstory and name. This was no doubt just a sly Easter egg put in by the F-Zero X team. The plot around him is basically off-brand Star Fox. He was part of a crew of, like, fucking space mercenaries or whatever, called the Galaxy Dogs. They're called Galaxy Dog, excuse me. And, you know, eventually they decided, he decided, I'm gonna retire from this, I'm gonna enter the F-Zero Grand Prix. He is a human. And we know basically nothing about Galaxy Dog. But... oh, God. Nice reference there, lads. Oh, right. We have to do Firefield now. There is no in-between. And this is the other music choice I don't like. The fact that they didn't use Fall Down to the Scream on this course, even though they've used it on every other Firefield course to this point. That annoys me greatly. Anyway, I know you might want to see me go fast and try and get the first place, but I'm taking it easy on this course, and if you look at my life count right now, or where the life counter would be, you can understand why. You have that dirt to separate the fueling pad there. Whoa! And it drove off the course. Are you kidding me? I'm in first? I'm not even trying. Damn, you guys suck. You get all the way in first place while being stupidly cautious at the same time. And still almost falling off the course several times. I might as well, it's a straight line.
Yeah! Go right on left! Right on! Go right out in front! Watch your back! Watch your back!
God, I'm sorry, it's creepy when you almost fall off the course with no lives and it's the last course of the entire Grand Prix and the game. Alright, we won't be getting first place, but we will be getting second place. You know what? That's funny. I'm pretty sure I got second place in the SNES game on the same course. Firefield. And we still barely don't make the podium. Oh well. Oh. Huh. Looks like this is the Grand Prix of threes. Holy shit. The only course that doesn't have a 3 in its name is Silence 2. And we get a total ranking of 4th place. Alright, you know my little LP ending spiel by now. I'll see you in whatever comes next.